Hey guys, we recently took a trip to the lake and I wanted to show you some tips and tricks that me and my family do to make the lake fun and hassle-free. So I didn't post this in the video, but we all have sunscreen on us already. One of the things I like to do is I like to wet my hair. I recently got blonde highlights in my hair. And so, but I did this before I even had blonde highlights. What I do is I wet my hair and which is regular water, and then I put in a leave-in conditioner and a heat protectant. And I put the heat protectant in because even though I'm not having like direct heat from like a curling iron or a blow dryer, the sun is heat and we're going to be out in the sun all day long. So I wanted to do something to protect my hair. Like I said, I've done this even before I even put the blonde highlights in my hair, but I wanted to do a little bit better job and extra. And the reason why is because if your hair is wet, it's absorbing, it's not going to be able to absorb any more water. And so like if you're going to the pool or if you're going to the lake, even though the lake is fresh water, they might have particles in there that might react to the dye, or I've heard stories of people going into the pool and then their hair turning green. So I just wet my hair down so it can't absorb anything that might be in the water. It's also really important to make sure that you have a hat on, especially in the water. You're not going to have access to the shade or anything like that. And these are some of the products I use. I like to use an SPF 70, and those are the hair products I used. I carry a big old water bottle. I carry lots of towels, and then there's my dad. This was his property by the lake, and so we were just hanging out with him for the day.
Yeah?
You know, the donuts have like a circle in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
I think I know why they call like those donut holes. Because they cut in the middle of the donuts.
Uh-huh.
And it comes out, and that's how you make donut holes.
Did you just figure that out?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
I always wondered. I thought you just like make a ball. That's
all right, Josh.
You thought that was it?
One more.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
so
and
these dogs love to be loved.
taking this, then putting my phone in here. I guess you could submerge your whole phone. I just don't feel comfortable submerging my whole phone, but it's a great way to protect my phone from the water and splashing and stuff. And then in this bag, we have like our dry snacks, like some cookies, some lemon drop cookies, and then these bean chips.
But they're round with flowers on them.
And then the kids, they got some Pringles. And then, in case we get sunburnt or whatever, I'm going to keep this in the car for afterwards. And then, I'm going to put that right there because I don't need to take that on the boat with me. And then, in here are some vegetables and stuff, carrots and stuff, healthy snacks. Then, there's this right here.
Guys, I am obsessed with sparkling water, and I just came across this Waterloo brand of sparkling water at my HEB, and it is a watermelon flavor, and it is my new favorite. And I also brought guacamole. A tip is if you get plastic wrap and you push it all the way against the guacamole itself, it keeps the guacamole from oxidizing, and so your guacamole doesn't turn brown. I also brought sandwiches, and I like to keep them in their own separate bag in case ice or a drink leaks, it's not getting into, or I didn't close the bag right, then it's not getting like in the sandwiches. But I had those easy uncrustable peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and then just some regular sandwiches. I didn't know how hungry we were gonna get, and the lake was kind of far from our house, so I wanted to make sure we had plenty of snacks. And then I always pack classic pickles. Those are those refrigerated pickles. They just go back to my childhood, and they are so delicious. I also packed some Gatorades. The kids really like the red Gatorade, and I don't like them to drink red Gatorade at the house. So when we're outdoors, I'm like, okay, yeah, you can have red Gatorade. And then I have these water bottles I froze, and I keep them in the ice chest to keep it cool. So we're now at the lake. My kids are with my dad right now, and so we are at the lake. We are going to get ready to go on his boat and just spend the day on the lake. And I'm going to leave my camera here because I don't want to take a chance of it falling into the water, but I will have my iPhone with me, so I'll get some footage from my iPhone. And I brought my Callie with me, and she has her little life jacket. So I'll see you guys on the water. Thank you, Dad. You got it, Callie?
you going, Callie?
To the open sea.
She's like, I will swim as far as my little legs will take me. I'll be right back. Sandy paws. Yeah, go in, baby. But she wants to sit all the way in, baby.
Throttle up, Tom. Get the power.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, now throttle back down.
Stop him, Mom.
You got it. I'm taking a nap.
When it comes to entertainment on the water, we had a couple of donuts you can see right there tied down in the front, and we also had a couple of little donut tubes and like lounge chair type things that you could sit on in the water. So there's my dad again. But yeah, so those are really inexpensive. I think they're like $5 or $6 at Walmart. I don't like to spend a lot of money on water toys just because we only go to the water, even though my dad has property there, we only go to the water like once or twice or maybe 3 times out of the summer, and then storing them, and they just don't ever last. But my dad also had this was pretty expensive, this little sled thing that he pulls on the back of the boat, and that was a lot of fun, and I really, like, the kids had fun. Mia was really scared to go on it at first, and then we couldn't get her off of it. It was so much fun. After all that tubing, we worked up an appetite, so it was time for us to have our lunch and our snacks, and so it was really easy peasy. Hand everybody their sandwich, and then I just thought it was crazy because if you look right now, look at my son, he's driving the boat, like. But yeah, so it was just easy just to hand everybody their sandwich, like, this is your sandwich. It just wasn't overthought. It wasn't like had to be perfect. It was just like, here's a sandwich, we're going to our next location. And I think that's what made this trip so enjoyable, was that we didn't make everything fancy. I know sometimes we get caught up with social media and Instagrams and we see all these cute setups and stuff like that, but simplicity sometimes is the best. And because everything was so simple, we were able to just enjoy our time and hang out, and the whole purpose was to be on the lake and enjoy each other's company. So I just had to document this moment. My son is going to be 15 in August. My dad lives like out in the country on a back road. There's not a lot of traffic or any traffic, and so my son is now driving, so I kept this clip in here just so you guys can see, and just for me to be able to look back at for like a time where my son started learning how to drive. But as you can see, the kids and my fur baby are all tuckered out. At this point, I'm driving and my son's taking the video for me. But we just enjoyed this trip and the simplicity of just hanging out and enjoying each other. So keep it simple, you guys. And once again, thank you guys for watching my videos. If you have not yet done so, you already know what to do. Subscribe. You can do so by clicking that little circle with my face on it, and check out any of my other videos for more tips and tricks and fun things to do with your kids. And again, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.
All I need.